Hey, what's up guys? David Tran again here. Thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to be reviewing the new uNu Enerbook Universal Power Pack for the iPad, iPad 2, iPhone 4, and 4S. Okay, so what's the Enerbook and what exactly does it do? Well, in a nutshell, the Enerbook is an external charging device. It charges your portable media and electronics. From what I've read, it'll charge all Apple devices, so that goes for your iPhone, iPads, and iPods. It'll charge major tablets and ebook readers such as the Galaxy and the Kindle. It'll also charge major portable gaming devices such as the 3DS and PSP. And judging by the charging ports, I think it could pretty much charge anything that's USB powered. So here are some quick specs on the Enerbook itself. It's a little under 3 inches wide, 5 inches tall, and a little bit under an inch thick. So it's roughly the size of an old school PDA for those who remember. The Enerbook has 2 USB charging ports, with each port rated at 5 volts. And I'll tell you why that's important in a second. Moreover, it has a capacity of 7,000 milliamp hours. So now you're probably asking, why is that important? Well, in a nutshell, batteries with a higher mAh rating are better in that they can power devices that consume more power for a longer amount of time before having to be recharged themselves. Since the Enerbook is rated at 7,000 mAh, in theory, it could power a device drawing 100 milliamps for 70 hours, which is pretty good. So now you know the Enerbook can charge a whole range of devices. But my review is only going to be focused on the iPad and the iPhone, really because those are the only devices that I have, and I'm not going to give you a bogus review on devices that I don't own. So now if you see my last review on the uNu DX1700, you'll know that I found a great solution to extending the battery life of my iPhone. Well, since then, I've upgraded my iPad 2 to iOS 5. And I've discovered that iOS 5 drains my battery a lot quicker than the previous iOS. So now I've got to find a solution for the iPad 2. I really liked what uNu had to offer last time, so I decided to turn to them again, and that's how I found the Enerbook. I've had the Enerbook for almost 3 months now, and after continuous use, I can definitely say that the Enerbook is a solid product, and that you should definitely buy it if you're looking for an external power solution for multiple devices. So what's great about the Enerbook? Well, number one, it charges 2 devices at the same time. And more importantly, number 2, it'll charge the iPad. This matters because the iPad requires 10 watts to charge. And so not all devices can charge the iPad. In fact, when I plug my iPad into my laptop, I will get a notification that the iPad is not charging. With the Enerbook, I can charge both the iPad and the iPhone at the same time. In fact, with the Enerbook, I can charge the iPhone up to 3 times before having to recharge the Enerbook, and the iPad at almost 65%. So how come the Enerbook doesn't get a 10 out of 10? Well, first of all, it charges the iPad at a slow rate. Normally, it takes me roughly 3.5 hours to charge my iPad. But if it's plugged into the Enerbook, it could take anywhere from 4 to 5 hours. And it's only at 65%. So when I'm out in the field, I found it a better solution to not use the Enerbook as a charging device for the iPad, but more of as a first line of defense, to where I keep the iPad plugged into the Enerbook until the Enerbook is out of battery, and then it'll default to the iPad's battery. And I've discovered that this is the better solution for me. So here's the Enerbook in its original package. It's got a flip front so you can see the contents inside. Quick spin here, and now we're going to open it up so that you can see what exactly comes inside the box. So I'll just pop this open right here and put this aside. And here is the star of the show, the uNu Enerbook. A small, compact form factor, which I like. It's in the style of the iPhone itself. Here's the instruction manual. The box also comes with this little black felt-like carrying pouch here. And this is exactly why I like buying stuff from uNu. Little accessories like this make me feel like my purchase has added value. We also get a retractable USB adapter cable. It's meant to reduce clutter, but I do feel that the coils are a little bit too tight, and I wish it was a little bit longer because it's a little bit too short for practical use. Also included is a bag full of adapters. This first adapter is for the Samsung Galaxy tablet. The larger connector goes into the Samsung, and the smaller connector goes into the Enerbook. The next adapter is for the Nintendo 3DS, and here's a closer look at that. Next in line is a micro USB adapter, and you could use this thing to charge electronics like cell phones and whatnot, and it's also used to charge the Enerbook itself. I'll show you how to do that later on. Now you can't have a micro without a mini, so here it is, a mini USB adapter. And last but not least, we have an adapter for the Sony PSP. Seems to me like uNu did a pretty good job covering all the bases with the adapters, and I think they'll cover a majority of the devices out there on the market. Now let's take a look at the wall charger here. This is what you're going to use to charge the Enerbook itself. And keeping true to the idea of mobility, uNu has included a car charger so that you can charge the Enerbook or any other electronics really on the go. Okay, so we've seen all the little doodads. Now let's see how they all fit together. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to connect a USB end to the wall charger. Next, you're going to locate the micro USB port, and it's only on one side, so it's virtually dummy proof. Then you're going to grab the micro USB adapter and you'll insert it into the Enerbook right between the two USB ports. Finally, you'll connect the adapter to the Enerbook and it's ready to charge. It'll take roughly about an hour to charge the Enerbook, and you could tell if it's fully charged by the 4 LED lights next to the smart button. Here's the smart button. Click it once and you'll see the 4 LED lights come on. Each light represents 25% battery power. Okay, so that's the review. Thanks for watching, guys.